Hey, everybody. Hey, welcome back to the show. We are back again. Remember, we are off. Listen, we may have an interview with a movie cast. They're doing their movie premiere this weekend. And so we may be interviewing them tomorrow. So we may not be off tomorrow, but our normal days now off are going to be Wednesday and Thursday. Welcome, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I hope everybody had a good day. Ready to get into some of this information that we have, see what the conversation is going to lead us to tonight. Hey, Wright. Hey, Montana. Hey, APZ. Welcome back, y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Finally got something done. Appreciate it. So, yeah, we are just waiting on a few people to come in and we're going to get started. There's so much going on. We can't hardly keep up. Can't hardly keep up. It's so much going on. So we're going to talk about it. Oh, I forgot to drop the link for anybody that wants to come up as usual, per usual. Hey, Harlem, welcome back. Hey, Harlem girl. Thank you for coming. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it so much. Too much, right? It's just too much. Like everybody, thank you, Harlem. Thank you so much. I had a good day. It was a good day. Didn't do really much, just chilled. But it was a good day. My family came through, as always. Yeah, so oh my gosh, where do we start? Where do we start? I won't be too long tonight. I still have one more thing to go do with my husband. So he was like, okay, I give you a few minutes. So we'll be here for a little bit. You look pretty. Thank you. Is it Aubrey Allen? Abria Allen? Thank you so much. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you've been here once. Oh, dang. I wish I didn't know he was live. I would have went over there to see him first. Usually I thought he goes a little earlier. So maybe you got some stuff to share with us. But welcome back to the channel. If you've been here before, if you haven't been here before, welcome in. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. And think about becoming a member to this channel. But again, welcome. Hit the like on the way in. Let's just get into this. We got so much. But I want to start with this first. So let's just kind of ease into what we're going to talk about. All right, y'all. So if you guys remember back in 2025, we talked about Misa and Mary J. Blige's. Misa was filing a lawsuit against Mary J. Blige, and today we're learning that Mary J. Blige has been cleared in the lawsuit filed by her friend. They were really good friends, but she's been cleared, and a judge also scolds her legal team for abandoned claim against the same. Scolds Misa's legal team for abandoned claims against Mary J. Blige. So a long-running personal and legal fallout involving Mary J. Blige and her former close friend, Misa Hylton, has taken a decisive turn in court. According to TMZ, a New York judge has dismissed the lawsuit Hylton filed against the R&B icon in July of 2025. Blige and her attorneys, Lisa Moore and Andrew whoever, were granted a motion to dismiss the case without prejudice, meaning Hylton technically retains the right to refile. So without prejudice, that means that she can go refile the claim if she wants to. I hope she doesn't do that. Let's just move on, right? Blige previously labeled the suit frivolous, and the court appeared to agree, issuing a sharp warning to Hylton's legal team. The judge criticized the filings of what were described as inflammatory claims, only for them to be abandoned when legal pressure. Get that up. When legal pressure mounted, cautioning her attorneys to take the court's message seriously if they attempt to refile. Wow. So basically they're telling her, you might as well not refile because we're ready for you. Hilton has accused Blige of interfering with her record label's business dealings, including those involving her client, rapper Vado. Blige countered by asserting that Hilton was operating a phony company. Ooh. The two were reportedly close friends for nearly 30 years. Hilton is also widely known as a hip hop fashion icon, and she's the son of Sean Diddy's. She has a son with Sean Diddy Combs. What are your views on this legal battle seemingly coming to an end? So my thoughts on this is that she shouldn't have filed it in the first place. Listen, you have a friendship for 30 years and you couldn't go and sit down with her and say, here's how I feel about the situation. Can we resolve this? Like, you made a whole scene to make me think it was frivolous, right? So I don't know if they just didn't show up, but they said that the claims have been abandoned and therefore has been dismissed, which it feels like that had it gone on and they had showed up for court, the judge was also already feels like already making his decision to throw this out anyway. So Mary J. Blige has been cleared of this lawsuit that I feel like should have never happened in the first place, period. So let's move on. I'm not trying to rush, but I have something to do, so we'll be here. But we'll be here for just a little bit, though. Let's see what's next. What we have next before we really get into it. What I got? Oh no, maybe we do just really get into it. All right. Yeah, we just gonna get into it. So let's talk about P. Diddy really quick. Let me pull it up. All right, so y'all listen. As this lawsuit had been, as Diddy's trial had been, progressing, and we were getting through the lawsuit, his indictment, his arrest, and wondering what all he was going to have to surrender. He puts his mansion up for sale, have top-notch lawyers, no income really coming in. They said that he did actually make money off of so far in 2025, he made about allegedly $4 million just renting the plane out. But that now currently what we're seeing is that his money is deteriorating, and they have a tight handle on what he does have left, even to the point where the night before he was going to be sentenced, Diddy requested that his family have a family dinner that night. And they told him that they needed to file an invoice. And so whoever paid for that dinner was eventually reimbursed, but they didn't just go ahead and pay for it. So they have a tight hold on his money. Let me share my screen here. So this is my girl. I like to listen to her. So she kind of puts us up on game here. Let me see if I can get the sound. Oh, where is it? Hold on. Oh, there it is.
by TMZ talking about Diddy's money. TMZ is reporting that some of Diddy's employees are angry that they're not getting paid while he's locked up in federal prison, but his rep is insisting that he has the situation under control. But according to TMZ, sources with direct knowledge tell them Diddy's fortune is being handled by business management firm TriStar Sports and Entertainment while he's in prison. Yes, we're talking about Lou Taylor's business, TriStar Sports and Entertainment, but this is honestly not shocking because Robin Greenhill's name was brought up multiple different times during Diddy's trial for allegedly paying some of the male workers, like the money was getting funneled through them. But anyways, the sources told TMZ that TriStar is keeping a tight leash on his money, too tight for some people on the payroll. For instance, they're being told that some attorneys handling Diddy's mountain of civil lawsuits have gone unpaid, and other staffers have been stiffed as well. And as a result, at least one of them has quit. However, Diddy's rep, which is actually his PR assistant, Judah Engelmeyer, tells TMZ people, personnel, and attorneys are being paid and no one is leaving. TMZ said that they then asked if the employees were being paid on time, and the PR rep said that Sean Combs controls his own finances. Everyone gets paid for their work once it's completed, confirmed after routine review. The TMZ goes on to say that their sources telling them this information say that Diddy's family members do not have unlimited free access to his money, which means they also have to deal with TriStar. TMZ was told that Diddy's family is working within a set budget. The amount and frequency of the payouts remain unclear. And if they exceed it, they are required to submit invoices to TriStar, which aren't always approved. TMZ said, for example, they were told that Diddy wanted his family to gather for a dinner in New York the night before his sentencing. When they contacted TriStar to cover the tab, they were told to submit an invoice. TriStar initially declined, but eventually reimbursed whoever footed the bill. And if this is true, it just once again makes you wonder, why is TriStar always in the mix of controlling somebody's money, especially in the...
All right. So I agree. Why? Here we go. TriStar again, right? We heard about Robin Greenhill so many times to the point where we thought that she would be pulled into this trial to be questioned, but she never, of course, was. And so, yes, right. The night before sentencing, he wanted his family to sit down for a dinner, and they initially declined it. So we're getting two sides of it, right? Diddy's people, PR people, are saying, his crisis people, right, are saying that thank you for the happy birthday wishes, Cherry, welcome, thank you so much. And they're saying that he has total control over his money, his finances, his kids are on a budget, whatever, right? But it's being reported that his lawyers are walking away. There has been a staff member that has quit because of the lack of being paid, and that his finances are dwindling, which I can see it. And I do believe also that they are, Diddy just got 3 more civil lawsuits against him. Like just paying these lawsuits alone that are coming up against him, his money is dwindling. $4 million is not going to be enough to keep him afloat with all the lawyers and all the court fees and all that he has to do. So I feel like the money's dwindling. I feel like that what TMZ is being reported could possibly have some truth to it. But there's no way Diddy or his team is going to admit to that. He has this whole dynasty, this whole thing he built up for himself, right? So it's going to be hard for him to accept the fact that he's not that no more. So I feel like what they're being reported is what we're being told and what is being reported is that there's a tight hold on the money because finances are starting to dwindle. Now, whether a staff member's quit or not, that's alleged. We don't know, but what we do know is that TriStar is once again involved in handling the money. We know what TriStar did, right? They were paying these ex-workers, they were paying these escorts, they were doing whatever Diddy told them to do. So when she says he does have control over his money, I just still believe that he does tell them what to do because they're still getting paid. As long as they're getting paid, they're going to do what Diddy tells them to do. So let me see here. Harlem said one of his lawsuits he is scheduled for a deposition the end of the month. He is trying to get out of. Yeah. So that deposition, he said that he pretty much is saying like, I ain't worried about that. I'm gonna be right over here. It's gonna go away. He believes that it's gonna go away. And that still remains to be seen. Her name is April. I can't remember her last name, but yeah, he's trying to get out of this. This lawsuit that's coming up here pretty quick at the end of the month. We'll see. It remains to be seen. Speaking of Diddy, also let's talk about attorney. What's her name? April Lampros. Yeah, April Lampros. That's who he has a lawsuit against him, and so they said that he's just being nonchalant, like whatever. I'm gonna be right over here. Like he gonna shut it down. Diddy gonna shut it down. He ain't coming to court because it's gonna be like thrown out. But as we talk about Diddy, let's talk about hold on. Attorney Blackburn. So all right, so let me get her off of here. So what we're hearing about Attorney Blackburn is that he is backing off of a lot of cases that he's covering, that he is supposed to be representing these folks. All of these cases are supposedly to be pro bono, and he, for some reason, is backing out. He said that he has gone through a lot this year, even from where he is being accused of hitting a process server with his vehicle. So he's dealing with that. But here's the problem with him backing out, right? Let me get her. Okay. The problem with him being backing out is that he is representing so many people, particularly that has a lawsuit against Sean Combs, right? So what does that mean for Sean Combs if he's actually backing out? It just means that they're just going to have to get different representation. And they do have that right to do that. But I was trying to pull it up to see. Just give me a second. All right. So Attorney Blackburn is actually representing, we're talking about Tyrone Blackburn, okay? He is actually representing people like he represented TD Jakes and facing recent legal issues for the fabricated lawsuit for TD Jakes, also representing clients like Rodney L. Jones. And he's in the middle of deposition or something with Rodney Jones, but he's saying that they're saying that he's quitting. He has represented DJ Academics, accusers with other prominent Blackburns includes energy lawyer Jamie Blackburn, finance lawyer Daniel Blackburn, and James Blackburn. So recent high-profile cases that he's represented, accusers and lawsuits against Sean Combs, including producer Rodney L. Jones, and represents a woman suing DJ Academics. I don't know. He also represented Yes, TD Fakes. He also represented T.I. and Tiny against major companies like UPS, Morgan Stanley. Like he is like a well-known attorney, but right now they're saying that he is. And then what's the guy's name that was in the documentary that was close to Diddy? Put his name in the chat for me. I can't call his name, but he was also he's hired him for his lawsuit against Diddy as well. So I'm wondering, like, is he quitting because he has too much going on in his personal life, or is he not Lil Rod, but who is the other guy, the recent one, not Lil Rod? We know he's representing him, but the guy that was his sidekick that he kicked out of the company, took 25% of his royalties. What's his name? And then didn't give him back. So he's going back after him, where Miss Combs and Sean said that he didn't take the royalties from him. What was his name? Kirk Burrows. Yes. Kirk Burrows also hired him to represent him as well. And I don't know what's going to happen, but they do the only thing that can happen if he is backing out is that they have to now hire a legal representation, where Blacburn was doing it pro bono, which meant that he only would get paid if they won the cases. Elites. Let me see what it says right here about T.I. and Tiny. He represented clients against major companies like you. Oh, against T.I. It says, I'm sorry, correct me. Same thing, TJ Jakes, he represented the accuser. Exactly. I read it wrong. Forgive me. Thank you for correcting me. It says that he represents accusers in lawsuits against Sean Diddy Combs, including producer Rodney Little Jones, and represents a woman suing DJ Academics. Other clients is that he's represented clients against major companies like UPS, Morgan Stanley, and against T.I. and Tiny. So he was there. He's representing their accusers. Thank you for that, Elite. I appreciate you. And welcome to the channel. Get me straight, girl, or sir. I don't know which one you are, but thank you for that. Welcome. Everybody, you guys, welcome to the channel tonight. We're trying to get through this tonight because I do have to go here in a little bit, but I'll be here for a little bit. But welcome. If you haven't already hit the like button, go ahead and hit the like button. We would appreciate it so much. But what are you guys thinking? Like, he also represented Fat Joe's attorney response after lawyer Tyrone Burns arrest for assault. He's also representing Jennifer Huff, who is Nicki Minaj's husband's victim. Oh. Thank you. Listen, y'all, the link is in the chat. If y'all want to come up here and talk with me, and if you know a little bit more than what I'm giving you, you're welcome to come up here. But she said he's also representing Jennifer Huff. So yeah, Nicki Minaj's victim or accuser. Sorry, husband's accuser. Yeah, did not know that. It's good to know. So here's my thing. Like, where is he going and why is he going away? Some people tend to say that he's starting not to have faith in the cases, which I can't see that. I don't even see him taking those cases if he didn't believe that he could win the cases. But, you know, we're just wondering, like, why is he going away? But it is reported that he is backing off. Again, it could be his personal issues. So we'll continue to listen for that, watch for what's going on with him, because he has a lot of clients that are dependent on him, especially when it comes to Sean Combs. Let's move on. Unless y'all know something else, come on with it. Bring it, bring it, bring it. So I want to move on to Cardi B and Tasha K. It has been a mess. All right. So you guys, I was just reading some people were sending me some emails. But so Tasha K and Cardi B, they have had this ongoing, hold on, let me see what Elite is saying. Elite said he doesn't have any help. He's basically a one-man show, and it's impossible to represent all those people effectively and respond to all court filings by the deadlines being a one-man team. But here's my thing. I thought we just listed let's see. The law firm of Blackburn and Green was dissolved as of December 31. So I guess that my thinking was that he had a team of people under the Blackburn name. Mitchell Blackburn. There was a couple of others. But Sean Blackburn. I thought there was a couple of others, but like absolutely, if you're a one-man band and you have all these clients, you're absolutely right. He'll drop the ball somewhere. He would drop the ball somewhere. So he's not. It's just, I think it's just impossible, and that makes sense. He's made a lot of mistakes and got caught using GPT because it's just him. He doesn't have help in his own legal troubles now. Yeah, I knew that part of that was his own legal troubles with the server, the process server. But now that you put that into perspective, it makes sense. It just makes sense. When he responded to, I believe, the TD Jakes filing, he admitted to not having help. It's a lot. You just can't be out there just taking clients knowing that, especially with these kind of charges that these are accusations that these people are bringing forth. There's a lot of work behind it. And yeah, that makes sense. I get that. So hire someone, even a legal student, intern, apprentice would love to assist or get some real world experience. Yeah, especially if you're taking it pro bono and you're not getting paid. Maybe you could hire interns. You could hire people that would love to be on these high profile cases, and probably would do a grand job just because they would want their name out there. Elite says he thought he was Busby. Busby has help. Yeah, Busby got help. Absolutely. He can't do it. You can't do it alone. Not all that. He needed to hire some students. Yeah, because right, these students they are killing to get on these whole high profile cases for experience, and then to be known, to get their name known. So when they come out of school, they be ready. That would be smart. That would be a smart idea. Right. Nothing serious, but keeping up with filing dates, etc. Yeah. Do the little stuff that he can't do, the stuff that he has to focus on, let him focus on that, and get him a couple of interns to do the other stuff. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. So anyway, yeah, that's Attorney Blackburn, Tyrone Blackburn. Like I said, we'll continue to listen and see what's going to happen, because at this point, you know, everybody's going to have to hire. I wonder, is he going away? Elite, do you know? Is he going away, period? Or is he going to keep any of the clients? Like, I feel like he should at least stay with with Lil Rod, since they're like in the middle of, you know, their stuff. But I mean, no, if you can't do it, you just can't do it. And they're just going to have to figure it out. All right, so let's move on to Cardi B and Tasha K. So as we know, Tasha K and Cardi B has been in this beef for about since about like 2018, for a long time, they just don't like each other. And I know Tasha K really favors Nicki Minaj a lot. They're friends. They talk. Um, and I just feel like, and Tasha K just don't allegedly like Cardi B. Cardi B don't like Tasha K. So, not okay. She's answering my question, y'all, really quick. She says, not sure, haven't heard yet, but I believe he's still representing some. Others have fired him because the tactics got them trouble in court. Yep. Yep. Okay, well, we'll continue to listen. If you got any information, send it our way or come back and come up here and talk with us. Thank you, though, for sharing, Ali. I appreciate that. So lately, Cardi B got her new man, had a baby. Stefan's a whole bunch. He's a lot. He's a handful, and he has a lot going on. And so Cardi B has been standing up for her man this entire time, only for so we know that he does have a lawsuit. He's known for putting his hands on women. And he does have another lawsuit before the chef came out for putting his hands on another woman. And so the chef comes out and she has filed charges against him for Stefan Diggs for strangulation, and other things. There is also a young lady that has a paternity suit against him to say the baby she's carrying is his, or that she's had is his, which would mean that he was doing Cardi and this woman at the same time with no protection. Anyway, there's a lot. I just say all that to say there's a lot going on with Stefan Diggs. So whatever happened, I don't know. So Cardi was on Space like yesterday for a lot. And as she was like speaking out about, her man and protecting her man, somehow Tasha K came up and she went in on Tasha K, called Tasha K ugly, called her a B, called her bald-headed, called her everything, told her to run her check, and told her that, said a lot of stuff and kind of said like, I got my lawyers on it and my lawyers are showing up. And I don't care if you have this money hid in Africa. I don't care where it is. We will find the money. Run me my check. And not only this case, there's other stuff that I have against you. And I was saying, I know after all of that stuff Cardi B just said about Tasha K, knowing Tasha K, I knew that she would kind of respond. But there is alleged court order that she cannot make contact with Cardi directly or indirectly. And so this attorney, Lawyer Bay Esquire, she posed the question. She said, so because Tasha K did kind of respond in that she just was kind of like, I'm proud to be a Black woman. I'm proud to have a big round nose. I'm proud that I'm like I am. My body is my body. My face is my face. Like I haven't changed anything. I haven't got any surgeries. Like I am proud of who I am. So Lawyer Bay seems to ask, like, is Tasha K violating any court orders in that it says to not contact her directly or indirectly? So is a judge going to say that Tasha K responded indirectly to what Cardi B was saying and could be found liable for that? Let's look at what she says. Lawyer Bay, where did I put that? There it is. It says, based on the law, did Tasha K violate the non-disparaging clause in place to protect Cardi B? So let's look at it. I think she tells us more. Oop, wrong one. Okay, can y'all see it? Nope. Let me get this off. All right, let's try it again. To my knowledge, let me see. She says, to my knowledge, that lady had the baby. That's Tasha reposting old stuff because since his name is in the news again, and like you said, she doesn't like Cardi. Absolutely. Do you feel like that was an indirect response to what Cardi was saying? And that it could possibly be like a violation of what the court has said for her not to do. It said, based on the law, did Tasha K violate this law, the non-disparage clause in place to protect Cardi B? So let's see what the meaning is here. So a non-disparagement law, often through a non-disparagement clause, prevents parties in an agreement like employment or settlement contract from making negative, harmful, or belittling statements about each other. It says about each other, protecting reputations and preventing PR issues, but it's increasingly limited by laws that the Speak Out Act regarding workplace harassment or discrimination. These clauses are common in severance deals, business contracts, and partnerships, dissolution restricting public criticism, social media posts, or negative remarks about the company, its product, or management. So that still doesn't tell us that Tasha K like broke any rules. If I read that, it doesn't say that really Tasha K broke any rules. It's just that she did come out and say it. But for me, if I was Tasha K, first of all, I don't know that she's paid Cardi B any money, any of her money. But for me, I would not even let Cardi B go on her rants. Let her say what she's going to say to prevent you from getting in any further trouble. Cardi B said they have been keeping track of things that Tasha K is doing or whatever, allegedly. And so that she has other stuff that she can bring up against Tasha K. But I think, I don't think by her saying, I'm glad that I'm a Black person, I'm a Black woman, I'm glad that my nose is round, whatever. I don't think that a judge would see it as an indirect contact or anything breaking the laws or breaking the rules that they have ordered her to do. But the conversation keeps going back and forth. Cardi did then, once Tasha K came out and said that, Cardi B came back, because during that it was like Tasha K was like, well, Nika Knight said that she felt like Cardi B, and people have said this before, that Cardi B has a problem with Black women, right? That if it was a Latino or a white woman, that she wouldn't have said, go grow some hair, and called her bald headed, but she said it to Tasha K. Well, and then Tasha K comes out and say that. And Tasha K was in Nika Knight's in her comments. She was on her live as well in the comments. And so anyway, Cardi B comes back and said this don't have nothing to do with racism, me being a racist or whatever against Black people. She said this has everything to do about you being ugly. So I'm just like, let it go. Just let it go. But I just feel like they're gonna always not like each other. They're gonna always have this beef. But the more Cardi gets mad and angry about the things that Tasha K is doing and pulling out, she's going to end up making her, like, she's gonna have to pay up. And Tasha K has avoided paying the entire $4 million this far. But Cardi B seems to feel like Tasha K has money somewhere. And she said, it better be up your, you know what, because wherever it is, we will find it. And I need my check so I can go buy me a bracelet. I don't know. But that is what's going on right now with Tasha K. I don't feel like, what do y'all think? Do you think that Tasha K has violated anything? I really don't feel like she's violated anything at this point. But if I was her, I wouldn't keep going back and forth with Cardi B. I love me some Cardi B too, by the way. But I like Tasha K too. I like some of her content. So no harm, no foul. I'm just saying that she needs to, if I was her, I would just cut the whole conversation, period. Just let it go. Yeah. So Elite, do you want to come up on stage and let's talk? You don't have to show your face, but if you don't want to, that's fine. You can stay in the chat. I really do appreciate this information and your feedback. Let me see. She said she may have violated it because she sure did delete those tweets. But of course, people had already taken screenshots. Yeah, there's no, and they had a post. I don't know if you saw that said it's too late. The tweets are out there. You can't get rid of them. But maybe she clapped back and then thought about, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that because I possibly could be in trouble for it. But like that's an indirect response. I would say it was an indirect response. But that's a thin line. That's a thin line that she's playing on. I would just not say nothing. That's the safest way for her. Here's the thing, though. I haven't seen white or Latino people constantly attacking Cardi B. Tasha just won't stop. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. Listen, this girl has Black kids, right? She's always said, she's always been a part of the Black community, whether she's Latino or not, right? Tasha K keeps on. And that's why I said, Tasha, just don't say nothing. Just stop. Just don't say nothing to her. Leave her alone. Quit posting stuff. But I feel like the reason that Tasha was even speaking on like that baby mama that's supposed to have the baby by Stephon Diggs is because he came out in the news. Like he got a whole lawsuit from a chef for doing what he did to allegedly doing to her. And so she's got to cover it some kind of way. But I also feel like that's indirect when he's indirect response or contact because that's Cardi B's boyfriend, right? So maybe she shouldn't have said nothing because of that indirect stuff. Like that's a thin line she's traveling on. I just think she need to stop. Rice said it'll probably be up to the judge's discretion, but shut it down. Yeah, I think that's what they were saying, that Lawyer Bay was saying that do we think that the judge would go for this, because that's ultimately that's who would make the decision if it was an indirect or direct contact with Cardi B. And so I don't know if he would shut it down. Depends on who the judge is. Depends on what kind of day that judge is having that day, because they can be petty. And that's why you shouldn't take the charge. Is Cardi B worth you losing everything? Is what I would look at, how I would look at it. Is what she's saying online worth me losing everything I have? No. So let her say what she's going to say, because eventually we can move on. It'll be over. But I mean, listen, the beef has been going on since 2018. Tasha is anti-Black. Yeah. She attacks other Black women and is MAGA. Oh, so I don't fall for Tasha's pretending to be pro-Black BS. Okay. All right. Tasha, at least says Tasha is self-hating, just like the person she's been a mouthpiece for, Nikki. Yes, she is Nikki's mouthpiece for facts. That's her girl. Nikki's her girl for facts. So you think Nikki and Tasha's MAGA now? Tasha's MAGA? How did I miss that? Legislation really needs to catch up. And what is acceptable to say for new media reporters, etc. Like a comedian can't say anything they want because the comedian satire, the comedy satire, it's comedy satire. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and you better like they better know the rules because it's a real thing. It's a real thing. It's like, what can I say? Like, we have this platform, but what can I talk about? Because for me, I don't feel like Tasha K hurt anything by saying that she loves herself, she loves who she is. But I mean, it's already out there that Cardi B has said something. So now it feels like you coming out and you're responding to Cardi B. And then Cardi B turns around and comes back out and responds to what you say. So it's like this little beef. So there is, Tasha just need to stop. Tasha just need to stop. Let me see what she said. She said Tasha has been MAGA. During the election, she posted and did a video about voting for Trump. See, I don't follow her like that. So I didn't know that. I do listen to some of her stuff, but I did not know that. I didn't know she was MAGA. I mean, it's her decision. She can choose to be what she wants to be, but I just didn't know. But I knew for a fact Nicki Minaj is her girl. And so there's no way that her and Cardi will ever make amends. As long as she is friends and she is good with Nicki Minaj, she will never accept Cardi B. Cardi B says she'll be in her grave on her. She'll be going to her grave on her when she gets done with her. So we'll see. All right. Let's move on to the last topic before we go tonight. I know, like I said, it'll be a short live, but Elite says, yeah, it takes time for the law to catch up. I foresee a new law being created to put some parameters on the new media. It's out of hand. Yeah, since the Milagro and the Meg the Stallion trial, where Milagro, the jurors decided that Milagro was part of new media. I think they have to look at that and see, what does it mean? What does new media mean? They absolutely are not going to follow the same laws as legacy media, right? So yeah, I think they have to take a look at that so that people are well aware of what they can and can't say, what lines they can cross and what lines they cannot cross. But I think they're going to have to look at that and see what the boundaries are for new media, which is crazy. Yeah, just a whole nother scenario. It's out of hand. Yeah, it's out of control. All right, let's move on to Christian Keys. So Christian Keys is back in the media. He's back out speaking up against Tyler Perry. This is the first one I think that he talked about, and then he came out again. So I don't know if Tyler Perry got word and got upset about it, but yeah, here we go. Let me pause it, take this off, and then let me share my screen. Wrong one again. All right. There we go. All right. So let's listen to what he said initially when he came out and told us that his oh, wait a minute. No, this is not the one. This is where, okay, let's just listen.
Got weird and dudes start getting raped with dildos and all that weird shit. I'm not mad about not being there no more. Because, I mean, the studio tried to steal my Created by Credit. So, like, they posted, even this week, end of the year, and you post my show like that's your show. It's you putting the show out there, but you're also the same studio, Tyler Perry Studios, that removed my Created by Credit. And I had to call the union to have them make you force TPS to put it back on there. So I'm not sad that my show isn't there anymore. After season 5, it won't be there anymore. I won't have to deal with that shady, corny kind of leadership over there that would dare. Why try to? You got 16, 17 shows. I got one. Let me have credit. My contract says I get credit. Why your corny ass trying to steal my credit? Because you can't write like me.
Do y'all feel like with him coming out that Tyler Perry could have him blackballed? Like, do we think that Christian Key should be coming out talking on Tyler Perry or speaking on Tyler Perry for the fact that he is a powerful man in this industry and could have him blackballed? Or, you know, is Christian Key's just confident enough and has his own connections locked in where he can say what he want to say? Like, here's my thing. I feel like with him, the show being canceled and he moving on to other networks or whatever, and him coming out talking about it, don't this kind of sound like what he was telling us and wouldn't tell us who it was? Like, that's what it feels like to me, that he's coming out and confirming but not confirming that he was talking about Tyler Perry, which he never did say. Wait a minute, who Harlem? Christian Keys comes on every Sunday? Who comes on every Sunday? Did I miss it? I know you, I can vaguely remember you saying something. Was it Christian on TikTok? I got that TikTok thing for me. So anyway, he's saying that Tyler Perry now is trying to take his credits from him. He had to call and have them force him to put the credits back on. He's saying that Tyler Perry is doing weird stuff, putting in his show, trying to say make people be R-worded in the show. I mean, he's really coming for Tyler Perry now that after season 5, he won't be a part of TPS anymore. But I'm kind of scared for him in that he is really this like coming all out with it, and like you still are trying to pitch your show and really get your show locked in with a network. But Tyler Perry has all the connections. Like, should he even be speaking on it, or is he already locked in? Like, what is going on with Tyler Perry? Y'all tell us what's going on with Tyler Perry. They've been trying to tell us, but it always gets knocked down. Like, what is really happening? Yeah, he's either on TikTok or Instagram every Sunday. Okay, got it. I wrote it down. I'll be watching this Sunday. Let me see. That's exactly what he's doing, confirming that he was talking about. That's exactly how I felt. I was like, because if you go back to when he came out, he's saying some of the same stuff he was saying, but only now he's actually saying Tyler Perry is doing these things. Like, you have all these shows, you can't write as good. And that's what it was about. That was the whole argument before. And so I feel like this is all about him saying without saying. Hi, April Showers. Welcome back. Glad you could be here tonight. That's him saying without saying that, yeah, I was talking about Tyler Perry, but he just won't say it. So now that he's kind of in this situation where his show is no longer on the network, is he going to get to it, or did he really get paid and sign a NDA and not able to talk about what he tried to initially come out and talk about, but is saying it in a roundabout way here now that he's coming out? It's crazy. Oh, my eyes itching. Sorry, it's itching. So anyway, that's what I think about Christian Keys. I believe that when Derek or either Rodriguez came out and was like other people, like it's happened to other people, I think they know what Christian is talking about and who he was talking about. Like, they work for Tyler Perry, they know. And Christian is his type. Derek is his type. Rodriguez is a type, allegedly. I think it may have been contracted for the 5 seasons, and he can now speak on things that he had to wait on. Yeah. So what my question, I guess, would be now is, remember, so when he came out and we were all trying to say, is he talking about Tyler Perry? And then he went away. Did he sign an NDA and get paid to hush because he never came back and talked about that again? Or was the NDA up for the 5 seasons and now he can just say what he want to say? Or will we never know? Will he never bring it up again? And if he doesn't, I think it's an NDA that was signed. A lifelong NDA that was signed and said, you can never talk about this again. We don't want to hear you say this ever again. It's crazy, y'all. I remember when Christian said it, I thought TP, I think he paid him off. I think he paid him off. I believe that he was paid to hush, to go away with that, to stop talking on that. This is what I believe. Yep. Elise says, but NDAs don't protect against crime, so the check must have cleared. Yeah, I'm sure the check cleared. Because basically, right, he was being accusatory of crimes happening to him, actual crimes happening to him. And then it just went away. It was a check. Come on. I'm going to, I hate I missed him. I'm gonna go back and y'all go check memes out because I'm gonna go back and listen tonight. So y'all know I'm gonna make 1,000 shorts, right? Montana said, remember I told y'all we'll never hear about that lawsuit again. So it wasn't, he hadn't like filed a lawsuit against him yet. He had just came out, but you did say that we wouldn't hear from him again, because we was like, where's Christian? Christian, we need you to come out and finish what you started. And he never did. And so that's why I'm thinking he snatched him up and was like, let's talk. His people called Christian's people and they got together in a room. They was like, here, sign this. Here's how much we'll give you for it to stop. Now you make me think, like, is he going to pay Derek off? Because Derek Dixon's lawsuit is still in the making. Rodriguez, I don't know if that'll go far or not. We'll see. We'll see. Harlem says, appears there was a deal because TP can't direct him. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they did that. It's all coming together. That was all in the little agreement that they had, and he signed the NDA. Tyler signed, I won't come on set. I won't come around you while you working. Let's just hush. Here's your check. How do we want to do it? They put a plan together and executed. That's what I think. Whoops. How did that happen? Elise says, and Christian claimed he couldn't be bought and he wasn't doing it for money, then never said who it was. Right. Like, I don't believe him. I believe he took the money. He knew that if he came out. So here's my scenario. This is just my opinion. The situation, my opinion is that the situation did happen the way Christian said it happened, allegedly. TP knew that the situation happened like Christian was coming out saying that it was happening. Allegedly, TP had to figure out a way to hush and silence Christian. Even though Christian telling us it wasn't about money, you flash that check in my face and see if I don't take it. It was about money for him because he talked about the lack of money when he talked about it. So they flashed the check They flashed the NDA in front of him and he took it because he hushed. He went away. This is all alleged. It's my opinion. All right. Elise says, yeah, I think TP agreed to stay away from him and to leave him alone. Yep. Whenever says Christian said the actors from the show will be going with him, but Amp will not be back. April Showers said, oh, let me go. Let me get here. Sky Black. Okay, I was thinking you read my mind. Like, who was that? Amp Sky Black, the actor married to the girl on Sisters. And remember, I told you I thought he was one of TP's type. Yep. Yes, I was thinking, who is that? We talked about Sky Black. Yes, sure did. April Shaw says, I believe Christian put it out there so he could get paid allegedly. Listen, that's where I was going with it, right, April? I believe because they both knew, my opinion, allegedly, they both know what happened. They know what happened and what went down. So he said he talked to his brother. His brother was telling him to hush, to not talk about it, not talk about it, not talk about it. But yet you can't tell me they didn't say no, because if I talk about it, I can get what I'm looking, you know what I'm saying? I can get paid to go away and I'll hush. He pay me and it look right, then I'll hush, I'll go away. They came to the table and they made an agreement and it wasn't talked about no more. That's just what I believe, that it was intentional. He came out April intentionally to get paid. Allegedly, this is just our opinion. Elise says Amp is definitely not going with him. Amp is cool with Tyler. Tyler paid for his wedding. Oh, wow. Yep. And $2 million home. Whoa. Yeah, he ain't going nowhere. Probably between 125 and 150. He ain't going nowhere, right? I don't think he will be blackballed because he will definitely blow him up. Yeah. So yeah, you got to think about it from every angle, right? So if Tyler's thinking, if I blackball him, that's just my whole empire is going away. Like it could really happen. So that's why I think Christian is confident in coming out and saying the things that he's saying about him right now. Is he talking about what he was talking about before? No, not really. It kind of beating around it, but not really saying it. He's saying it, but not really saying it. This is something different that he's talking about, but it's towards Tyler Perry. So that's why I was like, dang, should he even be saying that? Because could Tyler blackball him? But Tyler don't want to do that because Christian holds all of his secrets. Allegedly holds all his secrets. So you're right. Craziness, which leads me to believe that some of what Derek Dixon is saying is true. I don't know how much is true, how much is not, but like it leads me to believe that something happened. It leads me to believe that what Mario is saying, Rodriguez is saying as well, that some things happened. They just have to prove it. You have to have, you have to know that you have the evidence to prove it. You can't just come out here saying things and you don't have something to back it up with. And that's been a lot of problems. Like when we talked about McClurkin last night, and when I saw the email, like I'm saying that kind of evidence, right? That's the kind of evidence you have. That's in black and white. That's video recorded. Stuff like that. It has to be that, oh no, I didn't record it. I forgot, or I didn't do it. No, we need emails, we need text messages, we need video recordings, we need voicemails, we need evidence, the evidence, right? In order to really have a case. April Shower says, I believe something happened to Jason Payne, allegedly. Listen, you never know. You can't, especially in this industry, you can't put nothing past nobody. People you wouldn't even think. You just can't put nothing past nobody. And some people are so desperate to be in the industry and have this like success that they'll take stuff for so long, right? They'll take it to be in the presence of, right? I don't know. I just some things I don't understand. It's just maybe not for me to understand. Yep, without evidence, it's hearsay. Exactly. I mean, you can tell me all day long, and it probably did happen. It probably did happen. If you saying it happened, it probably did happen. But how are you going to prove it? How are you going to prove it? Judge Judy will tell you all day, don't you come in here talking about, well, she'll say, well, where's the this, the where's the that? I don't have it. Then why are you even here? Why did you even come to court today? Because you can't prove it. We can't just take somebody down because of something you said. And Montana, you say that all the time. Yeah, but it's hearsay. How can they prove it? How are they able to prove it? You say that all, I mean, because that's just how court works. You're not going to take somebody to and request a jury trial and you don't have the proper evidence, or at least the evidence that you think might can help. But like, it has to be black and white. No almost, no I thought. It has to be black and white. Elise says, I believe a lot of it is actual regret. I believe some of them were with it for the opportunity and now they regret it. Exactly. That's exactly my point, right? Elite, like they wanted to be in this business so bad. But here's the thing about Derek and about Mario. Derek was not an actress. Tyler Perry saw him at an event and was like, I'll make you an actress. It's me, Tyler Perry. Mario was the same way. You would want to keep, I'm a good person to have in your company, right? So some of these people he pinpointed them personally and said, I want him to work for me. I want him to come with me. And that's how they got there. It wasn't that they was just, wanting to be in the business. Tyler Perry went and said, I want you, but I'm not an actor. I don't even have training. I'm Tyler Perry. Come with me. And they went. And it happened. Allegedly is what they said. It happened. And I'm sure now, of course, they're coming out saying that they regret that they even was talked into it. So anyway, good conversation. We have a lot of stuff that we're going to continue to follow. A lot more stuff that we could talk about. But we covered most of what I wanted to talk about tonight. So I think I'll end it here. Thank y'all for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Had a good day. Thank y'all for coming back tonight. If we do lock in this interview that we're supposed to have tomorrow, I'll be here on live. But otherwise, again, here's our schedule for now for the first quarter, just to kind of see how it works. Monday, Tuesday, we are live. Wednesday, Thursday, we are not live. Friday, Saturday. So Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, our regular lives. Sunday is the sports segment that we're doing a trial run on. So don't forget, when y'all don't see me Wednesday and Thursday, go check out the shorts, because I will be putting shorts out. And then unless something is breaking or something we need to talk about, we'll be here. But otherwise, those days. But tomorrow there may be an interview for a movie premiere that's happening on Saturday. If we can get everything locked in. They called me right before this live, so I don't know if we'll be able to get it together in time to have the interview tomorrow to be about 6 of the main characters, the cast members on this movie that's coming out. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know if we're going live tomorrow. Otherwise, we will not be back live until Friday. But check out those shorts. Tell somebody about this channel to come over here and join us. It's a respectful platform over here. We respect everybody's opinion. We're grown folks over here. We don't get into it about it. If we don't agree, we just don't agree. And we can agree to disagree. So thank y'all again. I hope y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all on, if not tomorrow, we'll see y'all back here on Friday. Have a good night. Oh, let me see what she said. Wright said that's what actual trauma is. When it's flashy, it's okay, maybe, or they disconnect from what's occurring. When it slows down, money dries up, or they have no longer being manipulated, they have regret. Yeah. And then the last one, APC judge will also say, why did you stay in the apartment or house so long? Why did you go back for 6 years? Like, right? You ate the steak and then asked for a refund. Ooh, that's a good one. Thank you, Right. Thank you so much, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow, or I'll see y'all soon. Okay, we'll put it like that. Good night. Good night. Bye. Thank y'all for coming.